Hey all, I wanted to make a super quick video outlining my experience in Costa Rica in Santa Teresa in September. If you read the blogs, they'll say that September is the green season, but if you dig a little deeper, you'll also find that September is probably the worst month, if not October, to be in Costa Rica. So, is Santa Teresa any exception? You can see here from the screen it is a surfing paradise. I personally live in San Diego. I love to surf. So I was super pumped to come. And you'll find a lot of content out there on YouTube talking about how amazing Santa Teresa is, how people get stuck there and be there endlessly. So the question I had on my mind is, does the greatness of Santa Teresa outweigh the risk of the rainy season in September? I ultimately went in September, and I can tell you, I would go. Here's the fast answer. You're not gonna have to wait till the end. I would definitely go if it was the only option for you to go to Costa Rica. Go, go, so you can experience Santa Teresa. But if you have a chance to coordinate your travels and go to Costa Rica and Santa Teresa at another time, not September or October, I would do that. I would highly recommend that. Here's why. First of all, let's do a little context setting. Here are pics of people just getting barreled in Santa Teresa. There are tons and tons of waves, and you can watch another video about all the waves that are out there. Santa Teresa is on the western coast of Costa Rica. And if we zoom out, you can see it's in the Punta Arenas region, a few hours away from San Jose, the capital city that you probably would fly into if you're an expat like myself. I and my girlfriend stayed at the Nala Hotel, which is kind of like an apartment condo hotel, and it was really nice. It's right near Playa Santa Teresa, which is the main beach there, and there's lots of surf breaks right out in front. Cutting to the chase, I mean, the average rainfall in September, you can see from this chart, is miles beyond the rest of the year. So if you can avoid September, I would definitely do that. Here's some things that you probably won't read. I didn't read in my research, and so I wanted to contribute this video. A few things to think about are the debris that's on the beach. So I'll bring up a picture here and you can see it for yourself. But the beach, because it is the rainy season, it's not just like a gentle rain, by the way. This is like a torrential downpour. So here's a quick video of our hotel now. Pretty significant thunderstorms, lightning storms, and really significant rainfall, consistent rainfall, to the point where we were, trapped in our hotel wondering if we could get dinner at one point. So the rain is quite serious. And because of that rain, it's happening across the country, and the country is essentially being washed. So all of the debris, all of the grit and grime that is built up during the dry, season is washing down to the coast. And so something that you're not going to read a lot about, but is definitely a factor, is there's a lot of debris. That means trash, but that also just means natural debris here. So you can see there's tons of sticks and logs and just shit. There's coconuts and things floating in the water. It's not the crystal clear blue waters that you might be hoping for. So something that you should definitely go in eyes wide open on. There's also quite a bit of mud, right? So everything is wet, and it takes time for that to dry up. So there is mud all around, which is all manageable, but things that you'll want to know. The other thing I'll call out is, if you are a surfer, one of the worst things from a surf trip perspective is having no waves. But the flip side, I would say, is having waves that are outside of your capability level. And that's actually what happened for me. So I mentioned I live in San Diego, and I surf quite a bit. But when I was there, it was 10 to 12 foot waves, which is amazing if you're a really expert level surfer. But unfortunately, that's just not for me. So it's always a risk with a surf trip, but it's interesting to be on the flip side of, waves that are too large, too perfect for you to ride. So I would call that out. So just to wrap it all up and keep it really short, if you can go another time of year, I would recommend it. But if it's your only shot, definitely go for it. We had a good time, my girlfriend and I, at the end of the day, but looking back, I hope to visit Santa Teresa again when it's a little warmer, a little drier.